Hello everyone. So this is the first time I'm here. I'm Aaron's brother. He's probably already said my name, so we won't really get into detail with that one. Okay, so we're doing a deck profile on my Watts deck. It's a pretty good deck. I really like it. You get to mess with people a lot, so that's you can annoy some people with it. Okay, let's start off with the first card, which is Watt Pheasant. It's a level 4 monster with 1,000 attack, and it attacks directly, like most Watt monsters in this deck. Yeah, that's Watt Pheasant. Next card is Watt Cobra, another level 4 monster. Well, okay, Okay, I'm just gonna get this out of the way so I don't have to say it every time. Most of the Watt monsters in this are level 4s, except like a couple, like one or two. Watt Cobra attacks directly, and its effect is really nice too. It has it's another beater for 1,000, so that's really nice. Next card, Honest. Okay, Honest is really good. Another level 4. Honest is pretty. It's a really good card. I really like it. It's one of my personal favorites. So yeah, this is that. Next card is Thunder Seahorse. I only use this. It's a level 4. I only really use it for effect because it's basically its only purpose in life is its effect. So next card is Watt Fox. Watt Fox is a tuner. I use it for synchro plays. There's really nothing special about it. It's just a fox. So next card is Watt Giraffe, another level 4. This one's Special Boy. It also attacks directly. Basically, it's a really good card. I only use it when I want. I usually get it every time. Every first hand I get. So next card is Watt Bearings. I totally studied that name. It's just to go with Watt Fox. It's really not that good of a card. It doesn't really. It's pretty boring. Next card is this one, Pot of Extravagance. We all know what this does, or at least we've heard of it. Hopefully, I hope you've heard of a Pot of Extravagance. Because if you haven't, well, you need to do some research. It's a really good card. It's very useful. Next card is Pot of Duality. Another pot. It's a really good card.
Got a lot of pot in your deck, bud.
Bro. Yeah, I do actually. We ain't gonna talk about that. Okay, Pot of Duality. It's just a spell card that gives you cards when you need them. I usually end up getting this every time I get a bad hand, like opening hand, so it helps me not have a bad hand. Next card is Swords of Revealing Light. We all know what this does, hopefully. I really like it. It keeps my opponents from attacking, which is really useful for, when you want to stop your opponents from attacking. Next card is Moon Mirror Shield. Moon Mirror Shield, I really like this card. It's pretty overpowered. You can equip it to a monster, and it gets 100 plus during the, I think, damage calculation? Yeah, damage calculation. And, yeah, it's a really good card. I really like it. Mystical Space Typhoon. Yeah, it's Mystical Space Typhoon. I've actually only have one in my deck. I haven't seen it much. I think I've only used it about like once, and that was battling the Fool.
Mind you, that's his only back row removal, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It's really my only back row removal, and it's bad. I need more, but we don't have any at the current moment. Messenger of Peace. I love this card with everything I have. It's a really good card. It also keeps my opponents from attacking. I have to pay 100 every main phase, I think.
Standby.
On every standby, sorry. 100 life points every standby phase in order to keep it on the field. If I don't do that, then I destroy it. Next up is Magic Cylinder. Magic Cylinder just returns the attack of the opponent, unless they negate it, like a lot of decks do these days. Next card is, you've got Dimension Guardian. It's basically like Moon Mirror Shield, but with less steps, and it's not as good. Not much to say about that one. Fiendish Chain. I don't really use this thing much, but it's useful. It really is for when you need it. Alright, next card. Waboku. It keeps my opponents from attacking for one turn. I like it. It's pretty useful for keeping your opponents from attacking. There's a lot of attack negation in this deck. I just realized that. Karma Cut and Ring of Destruction. They're both really good cards, except this one's never really had much use. You could discard a card and you can banish an opponent's monster. I really like it. Okay. Alright, now onto the extra deck. A really good deck. Not really though. Alright, so we have two Abyss Dwellers. I don't use them much. I just use them when I have Extravagance on the field. So, not much there. Next card is the Tornado Dragon. I believe I've used this thing before. It's a really good card.
He only has one actual trap removal in his main deck, but if he can get 2 level 4 monsters, this is another trap removal, so...
It's basically, yeah,
It's basically MST.
MST and this are the only back row removal I have in my deck. Next card.
And a lot of his extra deck monsters that are in his extra deck are only for Extravagance, so that's why he only really has a couple of these.
That's the reason this extra deck is really random, and you'll notice that. Next up is Black Ship of Corn. Again, it's just for really just Extravagance. I don't really use this for much. Next cards. Okay, we've got Akira Class Dreadnought. I probably butchered that. And number 39 Utopia. It's a really good card. Basically when any player's monster declares an attack, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, negate the attack. Did you really find the other Abyss Dweller? I thought
back to the still an Xyz, but he has a third Abyss Dweller that I forgot to put with the Xyz, so there's that.
It was with the Synchros, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Wow. You really goofed on that one there, bud. Okay, where was I? Okay, detach 1 Xyz material from this card. Negate the attack. When this card is targeted for an attack, while it has no Xyz material, destroy the card. It's practically indestructible until it runs out of materials, so...
Which only has 2, so...
Yeah, it only has 2, so... Alright, next up... Oh, we're on to the Synchros. Yay. You've got Clearing Synchro Dragon. I don't know why I was stuck on that name for a second. Azira's Silver Dragon. I don't really know what this one does, to be honest with you. I just use this, most of these cards, like we said, we use it for Extravagance, because Extravagance, and I can get cards out better with Extravagance and stuff. Excel Synchron. Yeah, again, it's just more Extravagance material. Alright, now onto these last 2 monsters here. You've got Black Rose Dragon, I believe. Yeah, Black Rose Dragon and White Chimera. These ones are basically the, I guess, boss monsters of the extra deck. Okay. I guess first we'll look at Black Rose Dragon. It's not a monster I use much, but I usually want to use more monsters, but I've usually just used the same sets of monsters because it's more what I'm used to. But I plan to use them soon. When this card is synchro summoned, you can destroy all cards on the field. Once per turn, you can banish one plant-type monster from your graveyard, then target one defense position monster your opponent controls. Change that target to face-up attack position, and if you do, its attack becomes 0 until the end of this turn. Black Rose Dragon, it's a good card, but like one of its effects won't really work because I don't have any plant monsters. So yeah, there's that. I still really like the card though. It looks dope, and its effect is pretty good. Alright, now onto my favorite card in this entire deck. Wat Chimera. Basically, when you attack directly, like when it lands damage by a direct attack, you send one random card from your opponent's hand to the top of their deck. So if you can keep getting direct attacks off on your opponent, it will consistently, they'll just be drawing the same card over and over again, unless they use said card. But it's a really, really good card. And it's like, it's a Chimera, so like, obviously. Okay, that's pretty much all on Wat Chimera. Now onto the side deck, which I just don't have much. These are cards that I never really get drawn anyways, which is why they're side decked. You've got Wat Woodpecker. He doesn't attack directly, but he attacks twice, so if I can manage to get that attack off, it'd be cool. You get 2,000 damage there, basically. You've got Wat Adjustment. Which, if you equip to a level 3 or lower Thunder monster, it gains 800 plus attacks. And that's really it. And then you've got Wat Key. Face-up Wat monsters you control can attack your opponent directly this turn, which it's really useful when I have Woodpecker and Wat Adjustment out, but it's only happened ever once. So yeah, that's it. That was my deck profile video. Hope you guys liked it, and see you in the next video.